woofers and the tweeters.
Yes.
We're live, everybody, so give me just a moment.
On the chat snap.
We're not alive. I'm mostly dead.
On the chat snap.
Dead on the air.
Oh, Jesus fuck. All right.
Dead on the inside.
Well, we are live, so welcome, everybody. My name is Mercolium, and this, once again, is the Devil's Advocates. The fun little game where we're going to spin the wheel, we're going to create some teams, and we're going to discuss some topics. So I've come up with a handful of questions for everybody today. And speaking of everybody today, I have, once again, the wonderful Red and Only. How are you doing today, Red?
I'm doing good. I'm out here pimping myself through the Discord.
And we have, as well as the the whore Red over there, we've got the Sir Wolf. Sir Wolf, how are you today? Welcome.
Doing good, and people will worship me. No, I'm kidding, but they will get on their knees.
Yeah, then I've got to go take this out of 18, or put this back into the 18 and up category.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why did it ever leave?
I didn't mean it sexually.
Potential is what I'm going for. Joining us today, we also have Taps. Taps, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How about you?
I'm doing wonderful. Welcome to the show.
Sweet.
And along with Taps, Sir Wolf, Red, we've got SQUEEFLES. SQUEEFLES, welcome to the show.
Oi, how it be?
It be. Are you ready for today? Are you ready for this, SQUEEFLES? No.
No, I'm kind of like just chilling, man. I don't know.
That's good. Well, so you got to have your mind ready and your brain ready to fire off. Unlike mine, though.
He's like, "Whoa, man, how's it going, man?"
Now, I can't forget. We got to move down. We got SQUEEFLES. Okay. Now we also got Jackinator. Jackinator, how are you doing?
Pretty crappy.
Wait,
Pretty
what?
crappy. Well, you can't be pretty crappy here. You gotta have some fun. Oh, okay. Tired is a good thing. It allows your brain to think.
The most
and
creative...
last but certainly not least, we've got Fox Scott. How you doing, Fox?
I'm doing good. Always save the best for last.
Always save the best for last. And see, this is where I can plug my name again, but
I have second thoughts.
It's Teddy.
We got a seventh guest in here, apparently. Somebody in the background. It's all right. That's the great thing about being live. All right, so let's see. We're gonna spin the wheel. For those who don't know, we're gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna create teams. Okay, so on the first team, we have got, and I've got no sound apparently for that. Ooh, Taps.
Woo!
Okay. And joining Mr. Taps on his team is Sir Wolf.
Sweet.
E.
Let's kick some butt.
The third member of the Taps team looks like SQUEEFLES. So we got Taps, Sir Wolf, and SQUEEFLES versus Jackinator, Red and Only, and Fox Scott. Okay. So I'm actually going to put this over to, see, Red and Only, you're returning. So Fox Scott, would you like to be for or against for the first round?
Ooh.
Now, read the categories again. To give people
What
an
are the
idea.
categories? I don't know where they are.
Let me pop that over real quick. The categories. Oops, wrong button. Try this one more time.
The categories are women, the war on drugs, sports, wages, military service, foreign policy, and cloning.
I like military service, but probably not gonna.
But it's fun. It's just think of it this way: is if you know a lot about the subject, you can argue for or against.
Yes.
I know a lot about all of them.
Hard. That's a really hard choice.
I know a little
But
bit
you don't know
about
which
all
one
of
you're going to get.
True. It
Yeah, I
could
know.
be for or against any of these. I don't remember.
Hell, I had beat cucks last week.
I'm gonna say con.
They're gonna go against
You're gonna go
on the
against.
first round.
Now, about
Okay.
halfway through, we will reshuffle the teams and the the pro and con thing. So,
As Red said, yes, about
Random
halfway through, we're gonna
bathrooms.
kind of mix this up a little bit. So,
Planned Parenthood. Oh God.
let's see. Oh, actually, these are
Gender
old.
identity.
No, these.
yeah, those are the old
welfare,
ones.
drug.
That's last week's.
Oh, it's the last week's. I had those updated.
Welfare, drug testing.
Yeah, that was last week. We didn't get to that because I would have loved to go on that one. That would have been great.
Didn't it turn into like a giant autism fest?
Yes, and it should here too this week.
All right.
Let's have some fun.
Put the cookie down.
You guys,
Oh, God.
midnight.
And the autism's already kicked in. Well,
That's not the only thing that's kicked in.
Hey, now we're supposed to keep it PG.
I don't
Family
care
friendly.
about that.
We're supposed to try and keep it that way.
Family
Keyword
friendly.
try. It might not always succeed.
We never said we'd succeed here.
So we already spun the wheel because I
Please,
glitched.
The war,
So
the war on
the first topic is the war on drugs. Now, okay,
Drugs
bear
are
with
by
me.
Adam K.
We're gonna go with what was that Red's team?
We are con.
You're con. So
Yeah.
here's the
Does
question.
that mean we have to take you back to jail?
You can try.
All right, let me at least read the question first, and then you can form your argument. And I'll give you guys about a minute to 2 minutes, depending on how it rolls. So, millions of people have been incarcerated for minor drug offenses over the decades, many of which for possession of marijuana. With many states legalizing medicinal marijuana as well for recreational use, should the tax revenue from the sales of marijuana be used solely to fund welfare?
That's a long one. Jeez.
Right? I'm
Can we
working
get that
on
on-
it. So
can we
for
get
next
that on
week, we'll get it on the screen. Yeah. Can we get that? And yeah, copy and
I need to
paste that there.
Reread that.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
Well,
completely cucked on this
The
one.
war on drugs.
essentially, the question is, should the tax revenue from the sales of marijuana be solely used to fund welfare? Remember, as a con, you're against this.
That's a really hard one.
I, con side. I gotta play devil's advocate on this one, I guess.
Yep.
I got it.
Somebody wants to go ahead and start.
Who else are going to feed those black people?
Yes. Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Wolfie.
And there goes our strike.
There you go. Demonetized.
So who's
Sorry.
gonna? So who's
That's
gonna
awesome, though.
start
I
it?
think that's hilarious. It's all fair or no fair, in my personal opinion.
Who's gonna start it?
All right. Let's see. Hold on. It's my team. Okay. So.
Yeah.
I thought you posted over here on the side. You suck.
He's gonna say.
Give me your list. All right, fine. Read the question again. Sorry, I was actually setting things out on Twitter to my whole 6 followers.
Can you put the question in the chat? We might be able to see it a bit better there.
Yeah.
I'll follow you, Red.
All right, I'm going to put the question in the Google Hangouts
Let's go.
chat. So give me a second. The
You should see
question
my
is,
second avatar of X, Red Riding Hood.
It honestly
tax?
reminds me of like Brave, the Disney movie. Yeah.
That avatar right there, my daughter actually drew it for me, and then Merc did the digital thing to it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I'll be the big bad wolf.
Be careful around him.
Oh no, it's scared. I'm scared, mister.
Speaking of
I'm
well,
scared.
The tax
Should the tax rev from the sale of pot be used solely to fund welfare?
Ooh, man.
All right, so here we go. All right, should the tax revenue from the sale of pot be used solely to fund welfare? And I am against this. Okay, so here we go. So the taxes on marijuana need to go to help other people that are on like hardcore drugs. Now, these welfare recipients, true, they may be spending the money to buy the marijuana. So it's basically they're paying themselves. And that's, you know, I'm all for capitalism and, you know, purchase power, but funding their own programs, that's just, no. They need to be getting off this system rather than actually being an active tax on it. So the taxes for marijuana, if they're going to sell marijuana, need to go to help other people that are on the harder drugs, like let's say with opiate addiction, because that's a real problem. And these people cannot function rather than these others who are choosing not to function. So in my opinion, the tax revenue needs to go to help stimulate the economy in a profitable, positive manner, not to keep feeding those that refuse to feed themselves other than their personal addictions.
That's a solid argument.
All right. Does someone want to take the con, or are we moving on to another pro?
Now it's for the other side. It's the pro side. It's for this.
Give them money.
All right. I volunteer Sir Wolfie to do this.
Okay. I'm for this because I do not want to pay welfare out of my own pocket. If it comes out of my taxes, I would rather go for something that could be of use instead of feeding poor people. So.
Okay.
Okay then.
Okay, I got one. All
right.
Okay, so who else is gonna pay for my drunken mishaps with Becky?
Oh.
Let me smash.
Becky, let me smash. Let me smash. Becky likes blue. I bet she sleeps with Dan. Dan's a hoe.
And to let you know, I wouldn't be paying for my own if I did drugs, because I don't do drugs. If I was poor, I'd be too broke to do drugs.
But see, that's the thing. That's the recreation. I guess it's the side of it. It's kind of choosing the people who decide to get high and spend their money. It might come back to them. Broke. Yeah, and they'll need welfare. So this was.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What I've seen with people in my life that I know personally, their lives are slowly getting controlled and destroyed by the recreational use of marijuana. Like, they spend all of their paychecks on weed. They've flunked out of certain colleges because of weed, things like that. It come back and bite people in the ass. And so effects of it more than I see the positive.
Okay.
It's story.
I think
recreational use.
I think this one came down to a draw. So we're going to move on to the next question, because this was one of the more serious questions, I guess, out of my list.
Yeah, so, this is one I didn't know as much about. So
you don't have to know a whole lot about it.
We got to feed the minority somehow.
Yep. All right.
But
so now let's go.
Minority.
Next topic is going to be sports.
Sports.
This is a good one.
What is it?
Sports.
Oh, sports.
Yes, with the ball and a bat and the 50-yard line and all that happy stuff. All right, so
deal with this.
This might be a little regional for some of you.
Okay.
I'm from Kentucky. We got UK.
But bear with me on this. The Seattle Sounders are coming off of a victorious 2016 season after winning the MLS Cup. They have a strong team all around. However, this season they are battling to gain first place standing with an 8-7-7 record, currently placing them in 5th overall. My question is this: should youth sports award participation trophies?
No.
Hold up.
Now
we still on the con side, or are we switching?
You're not switching yet. I'll let you know when you switch.
All right, so we're still against this.
Okay, I guess we're for.
So we're still for youth sports.
You're those. If you're on the pro side, you're for giving them trophies. If you're on the con side, you're against it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
And-
should feel special.
I still have all my use for the trophies.
This is going to go to the pro side first. It is your first
Okay.
attack.
Who wants to go?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Yeah, I think with
Everybody's
everyone,
a special flower and should get something for everything.
Well, wait. Okay, so here's how I would think of it. So, if youth sports, like, they're teaching children to, like, have good team player skills, and they're teaching children how to be not socially awkward. But, like, if they do, like, a great job and they're all, like, working as a team and putting in their best effort, I think that they should deserve to earn the trophies for their efforts.
How else are we gonna keep those entitled millennial football players from going berserk and down the neighborhood if they lose a game?
Well, I'd like to come at this from simply the point, at some point you've got to stop giving every kid who happens to play a sports game a trophy, even if they come in last place. Eventually, they're going to have to start to realize that in the real world, the person who loses is not going to get a trophy. They may not get recognition at all, even if they win. At some point, you've got to tell them that. You've got to show them that it's how the world works.
Well, like, I think they stopped doing that around, like, the age of 12 to 10, but
still can't be heard.
Yeah.
The point is that I think it's what the world is really coming to.
I think Red is having some technical
Background
difficulties.
noise.
She's trying to talk, but can't be heard.
Having some technical people difficulties.
And no, I did not sabotage her on this one. I think that I'm going to break my own rule here on this one just a little bit, and I'm going to put my 2 cents in because I've been trying to be the mediator on this. But I do have, so this one's actually pretty close to me. I actually do coach youth sports. Me personally, I think at a very young age to get a memento that you participated in a sport is a great thing. But at a certain age, no. If you don't win, if you don't come in first or second, fuck it. You don't get a trophy. Work your ass off harder the next time. That's just my opinion.
If you participate here, here's a lovely ribbon. You can use it as a bookmark.
I agree with you on that one, Mark. At small ages, it's okay, but once you get up there, if everybody just gets a trophy, then what's the point of coming in first place?
Basically, no.
There's a lot of
a lot going on here. What's happening?
That's red.
Every fat kid should get a trophy.
Best obese
Wheelchair
kid.
races.
Is that better?
Best obese kid. Yeah, I can hear you.
Have some
Okay.
wheelchair races
All right,
going
you guys
on
can,
here.
all right, so let's say that there's a group of children and they're put into a classroom and they're told that all the same information. And there are some children that say, well, I don't feel like doing my homework and studying, and I don't really feel like doing this. And then you've got the overachievers, or just the achievers in general, that want the knowledge, want to do something with it. And they go ahead and they pass all the kids up to the next grade, even the idiots that didn't do the homework and didn't pass, didn't even try. And so even in school, they're being told, well, it doesn't matter if you try or not. Nobody needs to try. Everybody's equal. Everybody gets to graduate and go into great jobs. And then they confirm that in sports. Is that, you know what? If you don't want to run and do the exercises and try to cut around the cones and get to the goal and actually assist your teammates and work with your teammates and succeed as a group, you get just as much credit as those other kids that show up to the 3 days a week for practice, do their skills at home, and actually try their hardest. It defeats the purpose. And then they go into the real world, and it used to be that if you went into the real world with these problems, you would not succeed. But now we're seeing places like Evergreen State College, governors, and other places saying that we're not going to follow the laws that have been passed down because we don't have to, and everybody supports them. So it is a cascading effect of nobody has to try, nothing's going to get better, and here's an award for fucking everything up. So no participation trophies. You get to eat pizza and get fat with the rest of the team just like everybody else at the end of the season, but no. You don't get to show anybody that you participated in something and get accolades.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing with, like, I see a kind of association between, you know, sports and getting a participation trophy and communism and getting the same amount of money as everyone else. The equality of outcome instead of the equality of opportunity.
True. So, God, I wish I'd have gotten pro on this one because I could have weaseled and whined about, but my feels and the kids, and somebody needs to make them feel special. What about the suicide rate? We need to give them special trophies to keep them from killing themselves and chlorinating the gene pool.
What about that acceptance?
Trophy till he'll break it 2 days later.
Honestly, if I was on the other side, I'd be trying probably not to do that because as much fun as it is to mimic that, it's actually kind of interesting when you try and think about it from their point of view, even if you don't.
Oh, wait. I wouldn't have whined about it. I would have made it seem serious.
Yeah, I'm more for actually trying to actually put together an argument. Although, admittedly, for some of these, that's going to be hard.
Right. Oh, it was hard for me to be pro-feminism last time.
Oh,
it was so hard.
Well, yeah, that one you're pretty much stuck.
Wasn't Bonner pro-feminism too?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that was
so. I saw that in the video.
Yeah. It's okay. So let's move on to our next topic here. Since
who won that one?
Yeah,
I did. Fuck you.
Oh, great.
Hey, Mary, who won? In the chat, Mary, who won?
Everybody in the chat, put it down. Who won? Who won that round?
Yeah, we'll put that one to a vote to those who are watching. So
I
if you're
can't
watching,
see
put it
it.
in the chat.
The viewer votes.
Viewer vote.
I've got it up on my phone so I can see who's.
Military service.
Military
I'm
service.
actually
military
against-
service.
Oh, I love military service.
I won. Thank you, cunt.
We still on con
I
pro
like
or are we switching?
military service.
We'll be switching after this topic.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one's a short one, and this one's kind of simple. Should death row inmates be given an option to commute their sentence by going into the combat zone with a butter knife? Con side.
That was not the question I was expecting at all.
Oh, that's okay.
That is the point of this, is to have some fun.
Okay then. Who's going first? Pro or con?
Con side. Again.
Okay, so we are against them going into combat with a butter knife for commuting their sentences.
Yes.
Anybody else on con want to start it?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. I want to do pro.
Because if anything, if you're doing into that, they're not much more than a distraction, really. I mean, you have to think about the other soldiers might have to worry about them if there are other soldiers sent out with them. And they're basically just going to be bullet fodder for the entirety of it. And okay, Wolfie.
Well, see, I'm against them doing this, and it's not for all the reasons people might think. I mean, these people that committed capital crimes and they have either a life sentence or a death sentence even, they are human beings. They have lives too. And depending on what actually happened, we don't know all the details behind their crimes and why they did what they did. Was it a crime of passion? Was it a mistaken identity? You know, these people have rights still. They are human beings. That's why we can't just outright shoot them in the streets without a trial. So back in the time of the Vietnam era and other times, they did the draft. And I believe it was during World War I or II, where they gave criminals an opportunity to go into the military, and if they served all their time and survived, they got to come back to normal lives. Well, if you send them in with even just a butter knife, if they're resolve and they're human enough, they will improvise, adapt, and overcome. And that is what the military teaches you. It teaches you how to be a human killing machine and a human being. It gives you rights, responsibilities, and an opportunity to prove yourself.
At the same time, it's also, we also can consider that we don't know what the abilities of any of these people are. So we don't know if they can be good or bad to really send out there. It's almost a risk to send them out, even with something as basic as a butter knife.
Scott, you got a pretty mouth.
That can still shank things.
Wolfie, I've told you
Gonzo, I'll give
before,
you
I
30
am
more
straight.
seconds.
I mean, we can't let them just get murdered on the front lines. If we're going to let them go into the front lines, we need to give them a chance. Give them an opportunity, not just a butter knife.
A ranged weapon.
And we'd have to be careful with them.
Besides, if they disappear in other countries, they could become the next ISIS.
Or they could join the other side.
Exactly. And they know all the secrets.
All right. Okay, pro side. This is to you now. What's your rebuttal?
Anybody? Anybody else?
I'll go.
I can try this.
All right,
Or
well,
you want to go, Chi?
So, one of the reasons why that would be a good idea would be better them dying on the front lines than our actual soldiers. Think about it. They're completely disposable. Completely disposable. If you want to get rid of like a machine gun bunker or something, just do kind of like the Russian, like just send them out there.
Strap a bomb in their chest and say, "Hey, go get him."
Yeah, like you kill them with the butter knives and stuff. And when with what Red said about their human rights, I have one sentence for you: facts don't care about your feelings.
But my feelings care about the facts, and you're getting them wrong.
All right, so I would argue that squirrels are not appropriate, and they take a lot more training than sending a guy to go defuse a landmine with a butter knife. Now, we all know that squirrels and dogs are good at this because they can sniff out the gunpowder and whatnot in the actual dirt. I say it's a much cheaper option because these people have committed a crime and been convicted, therefore their rights have been forfeit when they committed the crime. That'd just be cheaper just to throw them out in a minefield and give them some kind of false hope that the butter knife has some magical power of some sense to disable the mines. And I think it would save a lot of poor innocents' lives in Africa after all those wars.
There's a mine here. How do you know?
I'm gonna say, aren't you supposed to be on our side for this one?
Well, if you would give a man that has committed some serious crimes a butter knife and put him out in the field of combat, would you really think that he would be that effective? But sure, yeah, he's gonna do a little bit, but he might not do that much. But that little bit matters, no matter what it is. If he's just running straight at the enemy, make a decoy, a diversion, knowing that he's not gonna make it back, he's helping the military still, and that's one of the pros of this. That no matter what the people are, you still have people helping you in the military, and no matter what weapon they have, they're always going to be of some use, even if that use is very small.
But can you trust them?
The way I see it,
you don't have to trust them when you're sending them out to get killed.
it would cut
Crashing
down.
towers.
It would cut down taxpayer costs on like keeping them in jail and crap. Like,
but what about
because
who's going to monitor them? Who's going to monitor them while they're over there with free reign in a country with people that absolutely hate us and are doing their best to destroy us? Who's going to monitor these convicts that have done terrible things? I mean,
if they're trying to move to a different position, I mean, if they get into a firefight, the people who are there, the actual soldiers, are not going to be able to watch them.
Can I say one thing about wartime? Wartime, if you go AWOL, it is considered death. It is the death penalty. So either way, they are cannon fodder.
Either way, the other cannon fodder, who's going to bring them back? That's more government cost.
Think about it like this. It would open up a whole new industry of GPS tracking. They could basically be target practice.
Yeah.
That's hurtful.
Just give them a bulletproof vest and have them stand there for a couple hours.
Last comments.
How
If they
how could
committed
you
a
do
murder
this to
to
a
where they
person?
need,
I mean,
if they
we don't know
if
what
they
they did.
committed if they committed a crime where they deserved the death penalty, they are no longer human beings.
They have
Would you still
forfeited all
trust
their
them out
rights.
They
in
are
public though after they did their
they are
service?
living meat suits.
Basically, you don't need a ballistic like gelatin little figure to test out a weapon. You just use
That
one of
costs
those
money,
guys.
but you got
Yeah,
endless supply of criminals that keep
and you get
popping
to
up every
see
day.
the actual effectiveness of it.
I do have a question to put onto this.
Weapons testing.
Would they
What's
get
the
any sort of credit, or maybe would they get something if they actually got a kill with a butter knife? I mean, if they did that, that
They
actually
would
be
probably get
impressive.
freaking
Something.
Hey,
someone
good
other
job.
than
Watch out for that
get a
bullet.
skin from CS:GO for their buttons.
There you go. They get a CS:GO knife skin.
That'll have to be a question for the next debate of, if they do go in, how do you commute their sentence? So
You put them back in jail.
with
next-
electricity.
You put them back in jail.
Uh,
next- next battle.
chair.
That was a fun question.
moving on.
Weird.
I'm hoping they're going to get a little bit better. So let's see what we got. There's one in here I really want. I hope it comes up next. I'm not going to say which one it is.
I mean, we've already done 3, so we're supposed to do the truffle shuffle, right?
The
Oh
truffle
yes. Okay, truffle shuffle. Okay, so we're gonna make this real simple. You're gonna swap sides.
So we are now con.
Correct.
Okay.
Let us pro show you how it's done.
Con.
Really?
And now we're on to
I
wages.
might like it.
Let's do it.
I like it. I like it.
I might like it.
I think you guys will actually really like this one, and I am so glad Red is on the pro side of this,
Oh God.
Why?
because this is going to come so easy to her. Listen to the question. It is said that raising the minimum wage would hurt the economy. Therefore, lowering the minimum wage would logically help the economy. Question is, should we reinstate slavery?
Can I pro?
Oh my yes.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck you
That
in your
has nothing
sleep.
to do
That
with
coming
the
up with these
question.
questions.
What the heck?
Pro, this is to you since you were previously con.
Anybody else want to lead?
I can start. I'll start with this one out.
Okay.
Since we were just on the topic of convicts, we could of course use them. They would be an easy access for slaves to be used in this. It'd be something that we could use. And if somebody would be willing to go into the line of slavery, maybe it could be to settle off a debt. We have people who come out of school with thousands of dollars of debt. It could just be an option. They can be a slave for a couple of years. I mean, we really could consider it could help the economy. It's an option.
$20 is $20, but
I mean,
All right.
if you think
So-
about
I
it,
mean, they'll have a place to
I should
stay.
have been
they'll
pro
have
on this. I
food.
like my studies, especially when they were leather and latex.
oh wait, no, I'll wait. Okay.
Oh yeah, and there's Wolfie with these specific types of slaves.
All right. So,
Whoa!
Dang.
all right. So
Mm.
back several centuries ago, this country was discovered, and they, as quote, indentured servants, which was a form of slavery. They really weren't given a wage. They were given an opportunity to come here, work, earn their place in society, and become a productive member of that said society. So it wasn't a forever kind of slavery originally. And then we discovered, hey, there's this country over here. They're willing to sell off their discards that they don't really want anymore. And oh shoot, sorry, stop popping up. God damn it. All right. But we got their discards and we brought them over here and gave them opportunities to become productive members of society, taught them a trade, something other than, hurting other people, and taught them how to farm and land manage. And so they became educated. They even educated themselves. So they became better. So now that everybody's clamoring for these high wages and lower taxes and all this bullshit, if we were just to institute forms of slavery now, like let's say a person gets out of high school, they're 18 years old, they have no real skills. They've been taught all the things that the public education system wants to teach them. So I say now we give them an opportunity to learn real skills, either put them in the military for a set number of years, put them in with a trade, like in the labor field, they can become a journeyman. And instead of getting this cash money, they get an education, they get real world skills, they get to, you know, basically do and produce and become a well-rounded human being with an understanding of this is how the world really works. Not, oh, everybody be nice to me, gimme, 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 gimme. They will be giving.
30 seconds.
So, Red, would this kind of be it's almost like internship, almost, right?
Basically.
Wait a cotton picking moment.
Wow.
10 seconds. 10 seconds pro side.
All right.
But it wouldn't be a forever kind of thing. It's earn your freedom, earn your place in society. Less
Exactly.
snowflakes.
There we go.
Time's up, pro side. Con side, it's up to you.
But their
Slavery is
field-
bad. Get rid of it at the end.
We fought a civil war to end slavery. You know how many people died? Like
Well, slaves fought in the war.
slaves
At least
fought
10.
in the war too. At least 10 people died. Yes.
10 people died.
I
I
don't
think
know the
that's the
exact
correct
number. I'd say at
That's
least
the exact
10.
number. Yeah, at least 10. But also, they're human. They're humans. They have rights. They should be given their rights, feels, emotions.
I'm feeling the pro side's winning this one.
I said, let me show you how it's done.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody back me up.
pro
I think-
slavery.
I think we all should have the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I think we should all have the ability to do as we wish, and I don't think if restricting someone under a mountain of debt or no pay at all for just some stupid skill that could be easily automated years later. I think personally that if you have the right to do as you wish and be whoever you want to be, I don't think that that is productive in a manner that can produce well-functioning members of society. Often slaves are treated horribly, often raped, and other horrible human rights violations are often intact.
Here we go with the rape culture.
Life,
Well,
liberty, and the
if you
pursuit
go
of
into a little bit back into history with the 7 colonies, 13 colonies actually.
Someone failed to teach you history.
Shut up. So, if you look at the Declaration of Independence, it says that all men should be created equal, and a few other documents that have been created by other abolitionists for slavery. They say, like, say Frederick Douglass, he was a slave, former slave, and he wanted to tell his story about to the white men of the conditions that slaves are kept in. They're usually underfed, not really treated well, hit repeatedly, just sometimes for fun, sometimes to teach a lesson. And yeah, as we've said, they're often raped. But if you like, slavery is a bad thing. We shouldn't really try and get back into that. That shouldn't be what we're doing.
Black Lives
Now
Matter.
we left it in the past.
There you go.
But we're going to enslave.
Things would be
We're going
different,
to
though,
enslave
because
all the races. And you know what? Now with what we know, some slaves were actually treated really well. And some chose to stay with their masters after being freed. So we're not teaching them to be like lifelong slaves. And those people that would be the slaves now will be slave owners later. And they will know how to treat the slaves. And this whole rape thing, there are laws still. It's, you know, there's rules and laws for internships and all those things. Right now, we're just basically saying it's almost like the military. Your basic needs will be provided for you.
Well, yeah,
You're being
and we
taught
can
a
also,
skill. Nobody's allowed to hurt you, but you will produce or not be freed.
Slavery,
and
the
this can be
laws
volunteer.
might be different if we revert back to that kind of way of living.
Well, except this would be more of a volunteer slavery, so to speak, to pay off your debts. It's maybe it might not. You wouldn't have to do it. You could choose not to, but you could use this as an option. It's an option. We're not saying that it has to be the choice that happens, but
If it's
Hell, there's people that choose slavery for fun now.
true. Yeah.
I know.
Look
I
at you,
know.
Sir
I
Wolfie.
know that kind of.
Life, liberty, and the
15
pursuit.
seconds all round.
Fair
Life,
choice.
liberty, and the pursuit of these 8 inches.
Yeah.
gonna say,
Hey.
Sir Wolfie, do you have a double?
All should, they say all should be created equal, but not all are. And this would take away the upper 1% or the 99% and the 1% would be equal in slavery. That even Donald Trump's grandchildren stuff would have to produce, be interns, be slaved, and understand what the working class go through.
Yeah, years after years after we've set that law, still nobody's created equal. We all think that most people think that white is a superior race.
And if you listen to Black Lives Matter right now, they're still slaves, so...
Yeah.
And yet they are kings.
Hey, don't shut up about it.
He was king.
So if they still slaves,
We
let's
wasn't
give them the benefit.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna wrap this
Benefits.
topic up. I think we'll revisit this one in another form at a later date because
This one was a
this
fun
one's-
one.
We got a lot of it. We got a lot of good arguments with this one.
Hey, I like my slaves as long as it's consensual.
pro-slavery. A good argument.
That needs to be the name of this when you re-upload it.
This next thing,
Oh
you guys
my
see
God.
HBO's they're
You know-
potentially trying to do that series
Wow.
about like if slavery was still around. You guys heard of that?
Oh, the Confederate States of America.
Yeah, like it's gotten a lot of
Yes.
backlash just because they said that's what the premise would be.
Yeah, that's an old one.
Pro
That's an old movie.
against or whatever.
Yeah, but all right, yeah, because I have a feeling people are going to soundbite this and like, oh well, they're
Yeah.
pro-slavery.
I'm very
Come at
afraid
me,
of
bro.
that myself.
It's all right.
Cash me outside.
Hey, you know what?
How about
Was it-
that?
Who is it? Logan Paul
Hey,
or whatever. The
that's pretty
Pauls.
good.
Any publicity is good publicity. So,
All
right, moving on.
I'm
moving on. I think we
I have
can
a
get
feeling my
one, maybe
subscriber count is
two
about to
more
go
in.
off.
Come on, I want mine. I want mine. Oh, fuck it.
What is it?
Topic is
Oh,
women.
It's the women.
Again?
God.
Women.
Different
Oh.
question.
Okay.
Women.
Oh God, I'm counting women.
Oh, we gotta go against this? Okay. Let's
Yeah,
go.
good luck with this, Wolfie.
Women are stupid.
All right, question is,
It's not ironic.
women say that they want equality in life, pay, opportunities, etc.
Fuck.
Yet many feminists say that they are superior to men and we need to stop the patriarchy.
Oh.
Therefore, should women's physical standards in the military be higher than males?
Oh, we're pro this?
Higher.
Higher,
Whoa.
because they assume they're superior. So this is to the con side first.
It's an opinion, not a fact.
Are we con?
Yes, you guys are con.
Women should only get what they are worth. They should, if somebody else is more experienced, they should get paid more. I don't care what sex you are.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
all
really matter,
depends
does it?
on knowledge.
Mhm.
Are we
But-
pro or con?
Oh, yeah, we're
pro
con
for this.
right
I can't
now.
see who's
We
talking.
could consider that by hiring the standards, we are potentially lifting up women to be stronger, to push themselves farther. We're giving them an extra step so they can push themselves to be where they really want to be.
They don't want to push themselves.
Now,
I have no idea what you just said.
but if we are superior, then we do need to have higher standards for our physicality because we can do more and we should have a higher bar because we can do more and we need to prove it to you subservient males that we are on top and we deserve to be on top.
I just would like to apologize, Red. I did not mean to speak for you on that on this matter.
We got another cut. Oh my God.
Queen of the cuts.
Nice. Well,
I still
well played. You
think
get a point.
We got a point. What?
You get 1 point for that for playing the role.
Thank you.
I still
You get a
think
point
people
because
should get
we are
paid
women.
for what they are deserved, what they are worth.
And we
Women
are
have
worth more
vaginas.
because we're
Women,
superior.
it should
We
not,
get
Yeah,
it
life.
should not matter if you get more or less. It should be what you have experience in.
Guys, I think we're losing taps.
Yeah, he's,
I'm here.
he's cutting out. You there?
Yeah, you guys all sounded like robots for like a solid 5 minutes. I was laughing my ass off.
Welcome to the patriarchy.
Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna
I
be real
believe-
with you guys.
Nails.
Because the question is do we need to have higher physical standards than the males, right?
Yes, in the military. I think I left that part out. No, I did. It's like, should women's physical standards in the military be higher than males, considering they think they're superior?
I think it should be, because we are superior. We need to higher physical standards so that the rest of the women understand how much more superior we are than to the males.
I bow down.
And so we all need to reach that bar together.
Look, lady, it's scientifically proven that males are physically stronger than females.
Don't you interrupt and start mansplaining, Wolfie. Let the woman talk.
Oh my god.
Because my science.
Bro, hold on. When did Bloodshot get invited?
What did what?
When did Bloodshot get invited?
Oh. Ouch.
Wait, Bloodshot's in here? What?
I don't know who that is, so.
Good friend of ours, Major Cuck. Good guy though.
Wait, is he in here? Are you serious?
No.
Yeah.
I think he was making fun of the fact that I was doing the feminist thing.
Scott.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scott, I am not mansplaining. I am using actual facts. Thank you very much.
No, you're explaining something and you're a male. It's a mansplaining.
Facts are part of the patriarchy. You remember this, gentlemen.
These were all written by males.
The patriarchy doesn't
The studies
explain.
were done by men.
The patriarchy doesn't explain, lady.
I say it's time for the rise of the patriarchy.
Hey, man, girl, the patriarchy doesn't exist.
Of course, because we're wiping it out like a disease. We are physically superior, and we
It hasn't existed since 1967.
I can't.
How else are we gonna make up for the falling sperm counts and lack of testosterone in our fight?
We will make it in a lab.
Dang, is this an episode of South Park now? With that logic?
Screw the lab. I'd rather do it the natural
We will
way.
grow penises on mice.
Oh man, you're going there, Red. Yikes!
I'm giving 1 minute left. 1 minute left.
You know you like the nature way. Come on.
No. We are physically superior. We spend more time on top while you men lay on your backs, look at your porn while we're doing all the work.
Citation.
My bedroom.
Your bedroom. Okay, I'll be there.
My patriarchy.
Your patriarchy is going down. Just like my husband.
Seriously.
This is a dumpster fire.
Moving on.
I can't. Oh god.
I can't do this.
Save me.
I can't do this.
That was good shit.
If you were a woman, you could have done it.
I can do anything I want.
I'm not going to get one as funny as that again.
I have to give a point to Red for staying on topic, but everybody else gets 5 points for making me fucking laugh my ass off.
Yeah, I played the feminist boy.
Alrighty.
You got a point for that.
The white feminist. The white.
Hey, I'm the only one. I'm the only one that did what I was supposed to do on this one.
White knighting.
Oh, thank fuck God! This
I
is the one
white knighted the feminist topic.
This is going to be the last one, and if I
You
made
fucking white knight.
Okay. This is going to be a good one.
I'm gonna stake you in the heart, just like the vampire you are.
I will give you your ass.
As the date walker.
All right.
I was gonna say, don't bring Twilight into this, please.
No.
Oh
Now,
God.
I want
God.
you to listen.
No.
I want you all to listen closely. Listen closely, because this is a good one. With the rise of technology and the successful cloning of animals, there have been many movies that illustrate the variety of uses of clones. The question is this: if you have sexual relations with your clone, is that considered being a homosexual or just masturbation?
Are we supposed to be pro or con on this?
You are pro.
How are we supposed to be pro on this?
That's
It's a real
is this
question.
considered what? It's a question. Yeah, it's not a pro. It's
So
something you
we're
have to know.
do pros consider it masturbation or not masturbation?
Yeah. Which side are we on?
Con.
I'll let you
say that
pick.
it's gay.
This one's an open-ended. You can pick what it is.
Con.
If it's masturbation or
homosexual.
You can choose. Is it masturbation or is it being a homosexual?
Flat out, it's rape.
Well, it depends.
Now, if I tell myself no,
That sounds
yet
more
I
like
say
giving
yes.
Permission.
That's the con side, Red.
Depends if you give yourself permission.
That's the con side.
You know what? Here's. I will leave this one because I love this topic. I love this question. Or I love asking people this question. I will let this one be an open-ended. There is no pro. There is no con. You can choose your side on this one.
Oh Jesus!
If you're doing having sex with your clone, you can take a dick somewhere, and it's gonna say at the end it's homosexual.
Okay, hold on.
But I like it when I touch myself.
Hold on.
Unless you have a dildo for that, I mean.
Is anyone familiar with
awkward in this one.
Is anyone familiar with the comedian Ron White?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So do you know his logic of everything's a little gay?
Yes.
All right. So can someone
like
follow that into
or a
conclusion?
small dick in your porn?
Can
Yeah,
anyone
like a lot of
follow
dicks.
that to conclusion?
I feel them. Okay, yeah.
Either that, or, I mean, think about it like this: if the penis is an exact clone of yours, or is it more feminine?
Oh my
exact
god.
clone. If your penis is feminine, then it's a feminine penis.
Then it's not gay.
I'm kind of concerned you would ask that question.
It's a female penis.
Can I genetically engineer it to what I want?
Does that make it a trans then?
I think
See, on this one,
Are traps gay?
I
I actually
don't
had a
think it would be
conversation with my
either.
boss about this one. So I had a conversation about my boss with this one. Okay, depends on what movie you go with. Okay, if you base it off of the movie Multiplicity, okay, your clone is an exact copy with every memory up until the point it was cloned. So it is essentially you at that point. So would that be considered masturbation? But then again, if you go with the movie basis of The Island, where your clones are just there for organ use and they're not don't have no memory of you, have none of the same memories, just a genetic photocopy. That, me personally, I would consider that more being homosexual. But if it's multiplicity, if they don't learn how to speak, it's not rape.
But they
Is
can
it
shake your head
brain
vigorously to give you head,
Some
so they can
kids are not
vigorously
old enough
shake
to
their
know
head
how
in
to
the negative.
speak.
I'd
Some
consider
kids are not old enough to speak. That does not mean that it's not rape.
it's weird, but yeah.
But if it's your clone, is that really pedophilia or rape?
Now wait a minute.
I mean, it's
Does
you.
the clone have to grow to full size before you fuck it?
Oh my god.
This is what we're discussing.
What did this turn into?
This is why I love this question.
I am the person who is still single.
If you have a clone, no, you're not.
Oh, you're so
Red. I did not go that
punny,
way.
Red.
Would you ever need to leave the house at that point?
Oh my god.
Great for multitasking, though.
Hold on.
You could literally fucking do the dishes.
Oh, now I want
At the
Then
same
would
time.
ask, if they don't
Look
have
up the YouTube
wrinkles,
chat.
if they don't have wrinkles in your brain, it's not rape. Or wait, I read that wrong.
If they don't
Well,
have
there's-
wrinkles
wrinkles. What?
in your brain, BRAING, it's not rape. Learn how to spell, Rusk. God damn it, he fucked himself stupid. He found a clone.
It's a myth.
Okay.
It is the
I
clone.
think the real question is it gay for wearing socks, shoes, or sandals?
Only if you're wearing sandals and
Sandals.
socks.
Only if you're wearing
Socks and sandals, socks and sandals.
Sandals.
It's
If you're
not.
wearing
if you're
socks,
wearing
sandals,
socks.
and shoes, that's gay.
It's not if
There
you're
are
just
some
wearing
benefits
socks.
for wearing the socks when you have sandals on.
It's
You're
still
just-
gay, my dude.
If you're just wearing socks, it's not.
Oh my god. So honestly, my opinion, because, well, you guys are all talking about the gay aspect from the male perspective, but for women, I mean, hell, men pay good for lesbian porn. And it's almost like twins, but with the same brain. So if you're sitting there literally fucking yourself, you can make money on it. So are you whoring yourself out, or are they whoring you out?
Ooh.
Oh, I feel really uncomfortable. I feel really comfortable with this topic in general.
Red.
Virgin over
I
here.
don't think you could handle two of me.
I don't think I can
One of you. I'll go in there and I'll have friends.
All right. I think we've thoroughly made anybody watching this slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's take a look at the comments for this.
Flag.
Somebody put in the comment, my penis has boobs.
And they say Phobos realized that it was actually his testicles.
Those are my both
false alarm.
Oh, okay. So I guess General Rusko, if they don't have wrinkles in their brain, it's not rape.
Oh, I feel really uncomfortable with this one.
Are you allowed to remove the wrinkles yourself?
I think we're actually coming up on our time limit here. So
here's another question on it real quick. If
on my side, I'd be having an argument on who's going to be...
Is it murder or suicide?
Ooh.
Oh. Next topic. Submit your questions for next week. We will hit...
See, on my end...
I'm imagining if a clone went trans.
On my end, it would be having an argument on whose turn butt it is to spank.
Nah.
Choices.
That makes me wonder, though. What if one of the clones went trans?
Shit.
Oh, stop it!
I mean, you're secretly gay.
I was gonna say, yeah. Then would it still be considered that, or what?
Our trap's still gay.
You're wearing socks.
Our trap's gay.
My brain is so confused right now.
I'm still uncomfortable about this one because I'm probably the only person who hasn't had sex here.
Oh.
I'm in the party.
Well, neither have I. Ask all four of my kids.
What?
Sex? What's that?
That sounded.
Oh my god!
That was both a joke and also a like.
Is that thing where the bed is squeaking?
What?
That was probably me.
Is that thing where the bed is squeaking?
Oh, well, it was just me having a real good dream.
I'm going to wrap this up. Since you guys wanted to run a little long here, I'm only going to give you a few seconds to plug your channels. Taps, you want to plug something real quick for being a guest on this show?
I bet he does.
Silent.
Taps.
Thank you.
The question is, what is he tapping?
He's tapping his own ass. He's investigating that clone aspect right now.
I don't think there you go. Sir Wolf, what you got? What do you want to plug?
I have my own channel here on YouTube, Sir Wolfie. It's also known as the Church of Sir Wolfie.
Church of Sir Wolfie, all right. And we'll definitely give links to this to everybody's channel in the description below shortly after the live stream. Red, what you got?
I got non-subscribers and no content.
Nice. Let's get her to 10.
If I get to 10, I will do a thanking my 10 subscriber video. It'll be my first video.
I think I subscribe to you.
Oh, I think, okay. I have to make a thanking
this.
my 10 subscribers for this long road we've been on for 3 days.
Fox Scott, what you got?
I also have a YouTube channel on here. I'm at 31 subscribers. So if you can get me a little bit higher, please, by all means, and leave comments.
I'm at 78. I need to get up to 100.
I like what my audience likes and that sort of stuff.
Jackinator, your turn.
Twitch. I post nothing. Well, basically nothing. If you want to see crappy gameplay, then go to my Twitch.
That was confident.
And you know, I completely freaking forgot. I've been drinking way too much. Your name on here is Big Brother, but I forgot what the fuck the actual name is.
Red, I just subscribed. You're at 10.
Thank you.
It's SQUEEFLES, and it's my duty to make you question your faith in humanity every day. You should totally go and subscribe. I have 11 subs now. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Where do you want to change
I'm only 4 weeks old.
All right, I appreciate everybody being on here. Thank you guys so much for making this actually one hell of a fucking episode.
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting me join.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And everybody who's watching, if you watch this live, I love you guys. If you're watching this after the fact, make sure you go and subscribe to everybody's channel. Give them a comment, give them a thumbs up. If you liked this episode of the Devil's Advocates, give me a thumb up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumb down. Either way, I don't give a fuck. Just come give me a comment. Tell me something. If you got a topic for next week, give me a topic for next week. We want to see some off the wall stuff. You heard the questions this episode.
You got one in the
That's kind of what we're going for. And lastly, and this may be a topic for next episode for you guys. So listen to this real quick. This episode is actually brought to you and sponsored by Amazon.com, and I'll have the link for you down in the description below. But they are actually giving you a discount if you have an EBT card. If you don't know what an EBT card is, yes, if you have an electronics benefits transfer, whatever, the EBT card, if you're basically getting food stamps, you can get a discount at Amazon.com. Go to the link in the description below. Get your discount if you got food stamps. If not, go to Amazon anyway. Fuck it. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't waste all your money.
Get Amazon Prime, folks.
Yep. Anyway, my name is Mercolium. These have been my guests. This has been Devil's Advocate. Thank you very much for everybody.
And we're all crazy here.
Guys.
Yes. No argument here. We are all nuts and insane. Don't listen to anything
in the next episode. Bye.